Sick.
I like that frame right there. Is that chill?
It's very chill. And since it's not Discord shitting the bed, quality is really good. You're the best looking one here. That's on God. I mean, we've been
Oh,
recording for the last 12 minutes, so it's fine. Just in case there was a blooper that was really funny, but there wasn't.
yeah. I think that sounded crazy. You're not gonna.
I muted the whatever's coming through the video link you sent me. So whatever the only audio that's coming from you is Discord.
No, I'm saying when I said you want it laying down.
Yeah, but I don't know. Me on the as the editor, that's ending up on the cutting floor, right?
No
That's
shit.
just me though. Make sure your phone doesn't go to sleep either, because I can already see it.
It didn't. Did it?
It just it froze for a second, and I don't know why.
Shouldn't.
Okay, we'll see how it
I
goes.
guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we sure will.
It looked the same. It didn't change on my end, so I don't know.
That's fair. It's okay. Anyway, we are back to finish up our Fave 5 segments here. The music one went up first, games follow, and now we're ending it with the movie/TV shows. And I think same as last time, we'll just cycle through each other's, Actually, before we start, Randall, do you have a list for movies and TV shows, or just movies?
Last week you asked the oh 1 second, sorry.
No snap.
Okay. Oh yeah, last week you asked us to send the list and I sent it to you.
Well, I didn't open the list yet because I haven't started editing the shorts yet.
Oh, I'm gonna send you the list.
I mean, not okay. But I mean, like after we record, that's fine. But is it in there? Both? Do you have both?
Me?
Yeah, I'm not trying to spoil it for myself. That's why I'm not opening it to see what the answers are. I just want to know if you have a list.
Yeah, everything is in the one I sent you.
Okay, so you have all I need is I have a movies and I have a TV shows.
Yes.
Sick. Brian, same with you.
Yeah.
And same as last time around, like you didn't order these, right? Not a dig.
I have to open it up to double check.
Well, I mean, you have to keep it open. You're going to be reading this, not me. I'm not going to open the thing and read it for you.
I know. I'm
Okay.
opening it now.
Okay. Forgot what year it was where he just sent me the whole list and he had me read it. While he's doing that, I had to get 3 boxes of gum because what is it? Sunday I had my lawn guy come, but he only deals with that with cash. So I usually go and get cash for him. And at first I went to the 7-Eleven ATM and it was like, nah, fam, you can't, take money from this ATM. I'm like, is my card busted? So I just, grabbed an energy drink and went to the front. Card worked, no problem. I'm like, maybe something up with that machine. Then drove to Walgreens. And I'm like, all right, let me just go grab cash from that. Same thing. Nah, fam, your transaction not working here. I'm like, what? So I'm like, I'm not gonna be driving around Florida just trying to look for an ATM that works for this card. So I'm like, can I get cash back in any way? And the guy's like, yeah, you have to buy something though, and it's a limit of $20 per transaction, right? So you can buy whatever and then get $20 from Walgreens, but it has to be per transaction. I needed $60 because I was paying from previous cuts as well, previous long cuts. So I'm sitting there buying 3. This is not sponsored. I'm not even gonna show the logo. Three. What's it called? Oh, logo's there. Okay. Well, 3 things of gum, just in there one by one, so I can get $20 each, so I can pay this fucking long guy. And the thing is, what's most upsetting is everyone involved is upsetting. One, the long guy. Why am I still paying you in cash? It's when you don't have a Venmo, a Cash App, nothing. Second, Walgreens, what the fuck? $20 limit? Why? That's weird. And there might be a security reason or financial security reason. I don't know. And then third, myself. Why'd I wait till the last second? I should have gone Friday or some shit. Instead of the day of, he's gonna come. You know?
You chewing gum right now? I'm assuming.
Yeah. I gotta.
Yeah, this guy poor
Mhm.
pod etiquette.
Huh?
Why'd you eat that out?
I wanted to let all
You
the
just
men
took
know.
it out of your mouth. This guy's
No.
fucking.
Because then
You praying it.
I'm touching my mouse and stuff, and I don't want like gum residue on my shit. So
Could just be
right,
like,
I don't want. Nobody wants to see somebody spit something out. That's not a.
you'd be surprised.
I don't think I'd be surprised. Okay. Yeah. The video catches up sometimes. It freezes. It's gonna be quite the episode for people. Anywho, that's my story. It was whatever. What was I gonna tell you guys? Oh, I was asking Brandon. You got everything good to go? My head's scattered.
Yep.
Okay. Then obviously the next question. Nah, we'll do TV shows. We'll end with movies because I mean everyone can compare their list of movies, right? We'll leave the meat at the end, right?
Bro, I mean, I went through a list of movies in order of rating for 2023, and I didn't get my fifth one until like 100 and something. That's how little movies I've seen.
Holy shit. Well, let's start with TV shows. Our favorite TV shows, ordered or unordered. It depends on, to your discretion. Mine is ordered. I'm assuming Brian is too. And Randall, you'll do you, bruh. I don't know if yours is ordered or not, but uh, it's what?
Said it's not.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go with number 5 off rip. Okay. For TV shows, I'm starting with Blue Eye Samurai. I kind of grouped in animation as well because I didn't want like a Fave 5 anime because I don't watch anime that often. Blue Eye Samurai is the animated like TV series that's on Netflix, I think. Dope action sequences, animated really well. Characters are pretty memorable. It was just a good time. And it's like the animation is like you know how they do like the flattened 3D look, but it's still like it's definitely 3D animation. It just looks 2D, not as
Like Guilty Gear?
sort of, yeah. I was about to say not like Arcane, but I think Guilty Gear Strive is pretty much where we're at in terms of what the animation looks like, unless I'm just bugging, right? So yeah, that's my number 5 on that. Brian, what's your number 5 for TV shows?
Number 5, 2023 favorite show, Ted Lasso season 3.
Oh wow, Ted Lasso made the cut. Okay. Any
Yeah,
why? Any?
I mean, I like the show, and it's something that you start watching, then you're accidentally caught up. Uh,
Okay.
this season, no, even the season before, I was watching weekly. But it's just a nice send off to a nice show, nice group of characters. Uh, one of those shows where once it's over, you miss the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything mean to say about the show. I thoroughly enjoyed that last season and the show as a whole.
That actually, I guess, spoiler alert. That doesn't even make my list for TV shows. I don't know. I kind of felt like it's not more the same. It's like I'm here. I've been here already 2 times before, and I didn't add it to my list. It was like it became let's check in right on what everybody's doing. It was I forgot it was a send off season too. Hmm.
I don't. To be honest with you, in hindsight, I don't even know if I've even seen that many shows this year.
Hey, you don't count anime? I thought you've been like checking out anime sometimes with.
Yeah, but what came out
It's old.
last year?
Oh,
When was JoJo?
that was 2020. It was split. Remember the first part I think was in 2020. Should look that up. JoJo Part 6, right?
Yeah,
2021 to 2022.
damn, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a few years, I guess. Unless I'm not reading this correctly. Let's see. Other media. Yeah, 2021 and 2022. What it seems like. So yeah, you didn't catch up on Spy Family or
I'm caught up on that, but the season didn't
didn't hit.
I don't know. I don't think the season ended until this year.
Oh, I see. I don't know how we would count that or not, but
JJK was the same, right?
no, DGK was all this year. Shibuya incident and hidden inventory. I'm pretty sure it
In
was
2023.
2023.
Okay, you said this year that threw me off because we're not in
Oh no, that's
2023.
2024. That's yeah. Sorry. Let me JJK season 2 air date or release. Yeah, that shit came out July 6th, the first part, I think. Like hidden inventory, the flashback
Hmm.
section. And then Shibuya incident. Shibuya release date. Um yeah, August 31st. And it went all the way till December 28th for the finale.
Oh,
I mean, if you're trying to make a last second switch, this is your chance,
I'm
right?
committing.
Okay, that's fair.
Clearly, I didn't remember enough.
I keep telling you this every time. Track.tv, Brian. It'll keep track of everything for
I
you.
don't even know where I am. You think I'm gonna be able to keep track of what I'm watching?
That's why Track.tv exists, Brian. That's what
What do you
I
think I'm?
drinking water. Anywho. Oh, then I remember you asked me when is it actually releasing. Today they announced the release date for Invincible season 2, part 2. It's in March, like March 14th or something.
When does the boys start?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer to that. I do have an answer for the Bad Batch. They recently announced February 12th or something. It's the final season too.
I haven't
So
seen any of it.
it's for me. It's comfort. It's comfort Star Wars, where I'm like, I know I'm gonna watch and enjoy it. I'm not gonna be like, do I like this one? I'm like, I like the characters, the data, the different things they go through in each episode is they get more creative, or it's an arc, or is somebody flexing or something. You know what I'm saying? Like popping off. It's been great. Randall, number 5 TV show. Hit it.
I didn't order mine, but
Oh, my bad. My bad. My
The
bad.
Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
I just
Nice.
haven't seen it.
Oh, really? You said that? Okay. I think you sat down and watched it after the last time you told us you didn't watch it. Well, I guess without spoilers, Randall, even though Brian knows the
I've
entire
seen.
game.
Yeah,
uh,
Yeah, I don't think you can spoil it because it's pretty much the game.
I mean, what do you have anything to add? Are you just gonna Last of Us? No context or flavor added to, no spices added to this number 5 or one of 5.
In some ways, I thought it was whack.
Okay, but
I wasn't a fan of the casting.
I mean,
Um, especially Ellie.
mhm.
And then um, what else?
You tell me.
I was almost early.
Um, there was some stuff that was cool, that was nostalgic. Um, I guess I'm just one of those people who, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's a reason why people fell in love with the game. I mean, it's because how the story was told. And well, if you're gonna go ahead and make a live action, then why don't you just do copy and paste? It was cool when they did some stuff where there's stuff that's going on parallel that you didn't see in the game, like
Yeah,
with
with Bill and Frank.
I get their names, the Bill and them.
Yeah, Bill and Frank.
Yeah, that stuff was cool. Um, but other than that, it's Hollywood screwing up as usual.
The Hollywood hands were in it. I mean, that's fair. I did I still haven't played it yet, but the remastered part 2 is out for the with that new roguelike mode, and I want to try out the new roguelike mode. But that's
Apparently, apparently, they're not gonna add any content to it.
oh, it's just as is. Well, I mean, they have remastered part 7 to come out. You know how many times they remastered the Last of Us series already? When they remaster it again, they'll give us more roguelike. Anywho, that was your number 5. I'm gonna go ahead and do number 4 here. Number cuatro. Castlevania Nocturne. And another animated thing from Netflix. They have the pedigree since the first one. I think it was just Castlevania, right? The first series.
Yeah.
This is a follow up series to that initial was it 3 or 4 seasons? The initial one. I want to say 4.
3 or 4.
I want to say it's 4. My gut says 4, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, you don't have to watch the initial Castlevania series to follow this because it's a different Belmont altogether. So you don't have much to lose. I think that each episode's pretty short. Actually, I don't remember the runtime. It's just awesome. Characters are dope. The chemistry between the characters are cool. Action sequences are dope. Some surprise guests from the previous one come up here, and it's great. That's all. I don't want to spoil it for the Castlevania fans out there. If you haven't seen Castlevania Nocturne, there's a reason it's on number 4. You know, on my top 5, right? Fave 5. I'm sorry, I gotta stay on brand.
Freak.
I'm a freak. Speaking of freaks, Brian, tell us your number 4 freak. You know.
My number 4, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel season 5.
Oh, okay. Damn, you're hitting all the ones that I'm like, those were great, but not. That also was cut on mine. I had it on number 5.
I mean, I don't use my eyes for anything but gaming.
Damn, flex on them. You are the gamer now.
Fuck. Um, Another show that I loved,
Mhm.
season 5. It's a great final chapter for the characters that we've been watching for I guess 4 years now.
Mhm.
To the point where in a certain episode, I don't know, something about the way it was acted, the way everything was shot and everything. There's a resonating scene there that is standing ovation worthy.
Okay.
And I thought overall they wrapped it up in a great way. Uh, yeah, they left me with what I wanted, and if they wanted to, they could do a fucking spin off with how it ends. If they really wanted to.
They can, but I kind of like how they buttoned it up and moved on. To be honest, I think it.
Hmm.
Not that it overstayed its welcome. It's like with how long it took between seasons, and then like I think COVID messed that up a bit when it was quarantine time. So there was a huge gap between seasons, and then they came back like, oh, okay, yeah, I do remember this, and fell into it. I'm like, yeah, I miss these characters. And then once this send off happened, I'm like, okay, we're good. Is it gonna be a bunch of send offs for your list here? Is this a sneak peek or what?
Um, no, that's it.
Okay, okay, just making sure. Back to back, you hit us with the goodbye seasons. That's fair. Randall, you're second out of 5.
Hijack.
Why does this sound familiar? Is this a plain one with Idris Elba?
Yep.
Okay, now tell us about it. What you like about it?
Um, this was a Apple special.
Oh, it was on Apple. Okay, the Apple TV like original or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
No oranges.
we
Um,
don't fuck
it
with
was
oranges.
intense.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um, I don't know how much I can tell you without spoiling. Everything happens on the plane. So,
that's fair. Is there any like supporting character? We know Idris Elba's in it. Is there any other like supporting cast members that we might know of, or is he the big draw?
um, nobody that I know.
So yeah, then he might have been like the biggest draw there. But everyone else was everyone else good? Like
Yeah.
okay, cool.
It was really intense because everyone has a different agenda, but they all trying to do the same thing.
Survive.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Oh, okay. There's more to. Okay, so then there's layers. Then there are people on that plane not just about survival.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's people who are being forced to do stuff that they don't want to do. Like and it's like stuff that happened when you're like, I definitely didn't see that coming.
Um, is this a mini series or is this going to be coming back for another season? Are they still in the plane? Like,
Oh no, it's over.
okay, so it's like a mini series, or is it a movie or a mini series?
Mini series.
Gotcha. I don't know why I asked that as we're going through the TV list. My fault. I'm bugging. I don't know what the hell's in this gum. Uh, okay. I have to check. I have to add that to the backlog then. Long, hour-long episodes. I'm assuming.
I don't know if I would recommend it to people though.
Oh, okay. It's like a personal fave. You're like, okay, I mess with this.
If you like Idris Elba, yeah, check it out.
I do like
Is
Idris
why
Elba.
I watched it.
I mean, I was in Night City with Idris Elba, so why wouldn't I want to watch this movie, right?
Then yeah, you got a reason to watch.
Me and him were hacking up the world, right? Protecting the president, you know? Anywho, okay. All right, for my number 3, I have Shrinking and a late edition that I was added. Another Apple TV original, jumping off of Randall's hijack shout out. I don't know if it was made. I know he was, I think, written by Brett Goldstein, of Ted Lasso fame, playing Roy. He's also a writer. If you guys didn't know that, he wrote on Ted Lasso, but now he wrote this show. I think Bill Lawrence is in this too, which is executive producer, like creator of Scrubs and other TV sitcoms and stuff. Anywho, stars Harrison Ford and I'm gonna hate myself.
Yeah, he's
What's
a
it?
creator for Brett Goldstein.
Huh?
He's a creator.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this is Brett Goldstein's that bat here, and I think he nailed it out of the park. Harrison Ford and Jason Segel
Yeah.
play therapists. Jason Segel's going through a really rough patch as a therapist, and he has to balance his really heavy stuff that's happening in his personal life and still being a therapist and helping people out, right? So that's the kind of the premise, and then funny stuff happens in between. Everyone's got their stuff that's happening. It balances personal stuff with therapy stuff, and you feel like by the end of it, you sat through like a therapy session. It's pretty good. Another feel good as well. Like there's some heavy moments too, but it aims to be a feel good comedy, if that makes sense. Maybe I don't know. It's a good balance. It's a dramedy, I guess would be the. Well, I guess it's more comedy. I think that they do more comedy than drama in here. Anywho, I highly recommend that. I had a great time with it, and it's one of those people must watch. It's awesome seeing Harrison Ford like an older just therapist dude, but he still has that dog in him.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Uh, Brian,
Guess I forgot my name. That's crazy.
I was gonna call you Brizzle B, and I'm like, I don't like it. That's when I
Oh.
yeah.
Number 3.
Damn, is your number 3 that boring?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
actually the opposite. I
Oh,
accidentally binged it.
oh, you're
Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
damn. Okay, yeah, that was really good.
That's my number 3.
Would you say it's whatever or?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Still a favorite song of the soundtrack. Maybe even favorite episode. I don't know. It's refreshing to know that the whole cast from the movies uh was in it, and not only is it refreshing to know, but like they didn't phone it in. Like they all did a really good job revisiting those characters to the point where like Chris Evans, the man never left the character.
There's a lot with everybody there. Like it sounds like they just started like they came back in, and it's like the next day for them.
Hmm. Even seeing like new additions to it, like I know the actor, but I'm blanking on his name. I'm seeing his face.
Who does he play? Will help.
That's a huge spoiler.
Will Forte is probably who you're thinking of.
Yeah,
Okay.
even new additions like him. I mean, he fits it like
Perfectly.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Um, great take on it too. It's not just like the movie, and apparently I didn't read
Comic book.
comic book,
Uh,
but apparently this is also a separate take than that, and I liked this take as well.
I agree. It's
Overall, just a lovely time. Nostalgia meets new stuff, and they knocked it out the park.
This is actually a good example, Reynolds, to counter your argument of copy paste if you already have like material there. Like this takes the Scott Pilgrim thing. It's like, okay, let's change one thing, and how does that propagate throughout the story? And that's kind of what this does, and does a good job.
thoroughly enjoyed
They
it.
could have just copy pasted the movie and made it animated, but they're like, let's change something major here, and it was still pretty good time. If you haven't seen it, you guys all need to go watch it. Really good. Randall, your 3 of 5 is
Let's go with Silo.
the one with Rebecca Ferguson. I think it is.
I'm trying to like order these as we go. So, I know the last two are my top favorite.
Oh, so this man's on the fly. He's transcoding right now. A video feed. Were the other two accurate in your ranking or no? Or are you starting it with 3?
Um, uh, no, I probably would have put Hijack last and then Last of Us.
Okay.
So then the third one is Silo.
Okay. I think you talked about this. You told me. I don't know if you talked about it on the podcast, but you did tell me about it. It's like that science fiction stuff. I mean, you can.
The girl from Mission Impossible.
Rebecca Ferguson is the actress's name, I think.
Yeah, centered around her in this city, and it's another one of the plot TV shows with like huge plot twists, and some of the characters are interesting.
hmm
It's mostly about figuring out what she's gonna do, and it's intense because um everything takes place in one place, which is the silo where everyone currently lives, because apparently it's too dangerous to go outside or you'll die instantly.
Oof.
Well, you'll die within seconds or a minute. At least that's what they're telling everybody.
And that's where like the
So
mystique starts and the mystery of like, are they bullshitting or?
yeah, and some people don't want certain people in charge, while others um want to be in charge so they can push their own agenda. And most of the time, like I said, you're following that actress, the one you mentioned. You're following her because something happened and she ended up being put into a position of power, which when she didn't even want it. And once she's in that position, now she realizes that she has uh privileges that allow her to figure out certain things. So things that she's been wondering what happened, now she has the privilege to go poking around and try to figure out what's going on. But but of course, because she is poking around, there's always people that's like who's trying to keep everything covered up. They don't like that she's poking around, so they're trying to make her look bad. They even making attempts on her life, and that's like, again, that's not even the only issue. Like, another issue is the whole outside thing, because um
Because
there's
you don't know if it's real
there's no
or.
window,
Yeah.
so there's no windows. Everything is in video feed.
No. So you don't
It's
know
a
if
video
it's.
feed, so it was outside. So they tell people um that being outside
It's
you'll
gonna kill
die.
you
Like,
and stuff.
yeah, so like they'll tell people that you'll die or whatever. So if someone does something bad, they kind of get sentenced to go outside. Well, you get the option to clean, is what they call it.
Uh
And
huh.
basically that means clean the cameras that are outside or something. I forget what the other option is. Um, but yeah, it's one of those shows that you watch the first time, you're like into it because you're trying to figure out what's going to happen. You're trying to figure out who's lying and who isn't, and then you think somebody's lying, and then something happens, you realize that they weren't lying,
Uh huh.
and then it's intense because, like I said, everything takes place in this silo. So it's like when she's trying to figure out stuff, she's also trying not to get caught by people who are chasing her. So it's not really not. I mean, it's a big place, but it's really not a You can get caught. In other words, you know what I'm saying? It's not. It's just only but so many places you can hide.
Yeah, like if you're in a house hiding, you have a finite amount of square footage you can hide behind. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
I'm assuming this is not a one season thing then. It sounds like it's a lot it has to tackle.
I don't. I watched it so long ago. I don't remember if it was more than one season. Let me see.
That's crazy. I was just asking if they like did it end by the end of the season, or does it look like they're gonna make?
Well, it left. It ended on a cliffhanger.
Then yeah, it's a
A
T.
huge.
Okay,
It ended on a huge cliffhanger.
then it's definitely not a one. It's not a mini series.
Or it
There's
got
more,
canceled.
or it got canceled. Yeah, but I doubt
Yeah,
it.
I don't know if it got canceled.
Apple TV's been pumping out some pretty good stuff, so I don't know if it'll be insta canceled. All right,
Yeah,
what?
so far, it's only one season.
Yeah, because I think it premiered last year. So nope, I haven't seen it yet. I was just wondering if it's a mini series or it's gonna be coming back.
Yeah, the way it ended is like I guess they had the intentions on making a second season.
Good. Okay. All right. I mean, that sounds like a solid number 3 then. I think I have that on my backlog too. I just never
It has a bunch of
launched it.
people in it that you might know, like I said, the girl from
Hmm. Rebecca Ferguson.
Mission Impossible. Um, Common is in it.
Sick. Does it still have beef with Wick or no?
He probably does.
Still has a huge knife in him.
Yeah.
Um,
Spoilers for John Wick 2, I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know
What else?
I don't remember these people's names, but if you go like to the IMDb and you look up who's in it, you'll notice a lot of like famous actors and actresses.
Yeah,
All
do
right.
an impression of him and then we'll guess the name.
Quite a few of them.
Do an impression.
Oh, I'm not good at impressions.
With that kind of attitude.
Yeah, you're right. Harriet Walter. I've seen her before. She plays some usually older ladies in like espionage shows and stuff. Who else? Tim Robbins. That's a huge name.
Those names just sound familiar, but I can't put a face to it.
The rest of the people, they might have seen him in passing. I don't know him by name. David Oyelowo. I've seen him before. Will Patton. I've seen a bunch. And I don't know. That's looking more obscure to me, but yeah. After that, I'm not. I might have seen them in passing. Sick. All right. Solid number 3, dog. I will hit you with number 2 here. Who I thought was going to win until I started revisiting some seasons, right, of shows I watched. This is The Fall of the House of Usher. For those who know who have been listening to this podcast, I've been a Mike Flanagan fan since I've watched Midnight Mass. He's released some stuff with me since then, like the Doctor Sleep movie, Midnight Club. But I think he was of The Haunting fame, Haunting of Bly Manor, Haunting of Hill House, and then Midnight Mass came out, and I was such that I freaking love that. He usually does miniseries, so there's usually not like a multiple series with the same group of characters. This story is based on like some Edgar Allan Poe story. Um, and the story is about the title, the fall of the House of Usher. And throughout the show, you see how the Ushers have, how they got to where they're at, and how they start to fall throughout the whole season. Pretty big family. Each of the family members go through some horrific stuff right up until the end. It is a great show. Uh, Casting's fantastic. Performances are great. It's just a good time. Once you watch like the first 2 episodes, you understand the pattern that's happening, and then it's more of I want to see what happens to X in the next episode. I don't want to see what happens, because it's filled with symbolism and stuff. But is your camera? It looks good. Never mind. There's symbolic stuff on there in relation to what some stuff is sort of obscure and like, is this really happening? What is in their head? Kind of stuff. It's just a good time. It's a miniseries. You don't have to worry about previous season or next season. Everything is wrapped up by the end of it. Highly recommend it. Brian, your number 2.
Uh, number 2, Castlevania Nocturne.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm a fan of world building. I've become a fan of Castlevania after earlier when I used to stream playing Symphony of the Night for the first time. Really loving it. Uh, they do a great job. Small nitpicks in terms of at least story decisions with characters. But besides that, they do a great job setting up the world. They do a good job setting up key people in said world or location. And they set it up without disappointment. People who you're supposed to be afraid of, you are. The people that are strong, you can tell. They deliver in many ways, and I'm excited for the next season.
Okay. Randall, number 2.
Um, Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
Why does that sound familiar?
Most
Oh,
I'm noticing a lot of my stuff is
it sounds like your Apple TV sponsorship is what you're
yeah,
telling me here.
yeah. I
Okay.
just noticed.
This is the God. I don't know if it's Godzilla, but like a Godzilla centric
Yeah,
one. Okay.
yep. It is Godzilla and all of them are all those. Even King Kong is in it.
Oh, they okay. I thought it was like about the people who like live in like in Japan or something, wherever Godzilla's at, and I thought it was about the people. It's about
Well,
Godzilla's.
it is about the people, but it's about them dealing with
Oh,
the Titans.
okay,
So
gotcha.
there's this company called Monarch that took it upon itself to investigate and prevent, well, not really prevent, but put in measures so that when a Titan attacks the city, they know what to do in order to ensure that as many people, survive the encounter. Um, it was cool because I mean I like Godzilla and I like Titans and stuff like that, but it was interesting because you got to see it more from people's perspective, like the aftermath, like when a Titan comes through and destroys stuff, and how people deal with it. But again, this was another show that was layered because you got on one aspect, you got people dealing with the Titans and the destruction that they leave upon the city.
Hmm.
But then the main people that you're following are these kids who their father is like one of the pioneers that started Monarch. So he just up and disappeared one day, and now they're trying to find out where he went. So you're going on this journey as they're figuring out stuff. Like it's almost like you're playing a game when you're looking for somebody, and they leave trails of I don't know certain things that they do behind. Like oh, he was just here, or he was here, and that kind of thing.
Would they leave like a data pad or some shit that says, "Hey, I've been doing
So like
testing
his
on."
father was known for like when you sharpen a pencil and then you have the debris that it leaves over.
Yeah, like the shavings or whatever. Like
Yeah.
the.
So he was known for leaving shavings all over the place because he was always sharpening pencils because he's always taking down notes and sketching stuff out or whatever. So
That's
if they went somewhere and they saw pencil shavings, it was like, oh, he was here.
that's so wild. You know how many people do that, and they said this is their dad. That's weird. That's a
But they
stretch.
made it. They did it in such a way that it was like
It could only
really
be him.
over the top.
Uh
Well,
huh.
not only him, but I mean,
Oh.
it was just excessive.
Oh.
Like almost the whole table will be covered with pencil shavings.
What the hell?
Like,
Okay.
how many pencils are you sharpening, bro? Um, so it's them trying to find the father, and then you find out something else that I don't want to spoil that's kind of messed up. And then that problem brings people together that don't want to be together, and they're trying to find certain people. But while they're trying to find these people, they're coming across titans, and again, you got certain people who have their own agenda where they're trying to get rid of the titans, like outright destroy them, which is the military. And then you have the scientist sides where they're like fascinating, and they want to know, oh, where they come from and what they're made of and why are they here and blah blah blah. And then you have the people who are just looking for people.
Okay.
So you got all those different layers crossing paths.
And do they balance that pretty well, or is it like, is there like a group, is there like
Yeah,
a story beat where you're like, I don't care about this, move away from this?
because it's not convoluted because you're following the same people throughout the series.
Oh, okay. I thought it
You're just
jumped.
like it doesn't do a lot of jumping. It does do some jumping, like from like time periods.
Hmm.
But the jumps are to younger versions of the same people that you're following.
Gotcha. So it's like a flashback that had some like character lore or something.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, that's not too bad then. The way you made it sound like, I thought you were talking about like it's balancing like Game of Thrones, where like, oh, what's happening in this section of Westeros versus let's jump to a different city or something.
Nah. It's all the same people. It's just that like they might go back in time and show when they were younger what happened that's tied to what they're doing right now,
Gotcha.
or how it's connected to what they're doing right now.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I gotta start watching more Apple TV shows. The only ones I've watched so far is Shrinking, Ted Lasso, and like I think 2 seasons of The Morning Show, which is pretty good.
No, you got another one. A son with the guy from Parks and Rec.
The guy from Parks and Rec,
The one where like your work version and you separated in your mind and
Severance.
separate
Thank you.
severance.
You're right. That was so fucking good. I hope that comes back quickly. I think it's supposed to be this year, but if not, I'll wait. Um. Okay, that was your number two. All right, here I mean, everyone's gonna. I think me and Brian are gonna have the same number one here. So my number one, The Bear, easily. I rewatched that entire season like a week ago. I forgot they're 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. So I'm like, let me just start watching this. And the right up, I couldn't watch the finale. I got to like episode 9, and I'm like, or nine, the penultimate one, and then I know what happens at the end of the last one and what happens to Claire. The fridge
Oh
scene. I didn't want to watch the fridge
yeah.
scene anymore. I didn't want to watch the fridge scene. I gotta be honest with you. I'm like, no, it's heartbreaking. I just could not. But if you guys have not seen The Bear season 1, go watch that and immediately continue watching The Bear season 2. The just if even just for Richie. Richie's fucking 1/8 for the Thanksgiving, for the holiday Christmas episode, and Richie's fucking arc, man. I
I
like,
mean, unfortunately, too, the last episode.
yeah, and then the last episode is just like, damn it, man. He was waiting for the other foot the entire time. That's
Mm-hmm.
what happens.
Feel the shoe.
The other shoe. That's what it was. He's always waiting for the other shoe. I'm back up on all the isms of the show, like the I'm sorry, rubbing on the chest, let it rip, every second counts. I'm like, I'm back. Yes, chef. Corner. It is
Behind
fantastic.
chef.
Behind, yeah, like if you have not seen The Bear, watch The Bear. Period. Oh my gosh, that's all I got on that. I don't have much. The cast is fantastic. I mean, we're recording this after the Golden Globes and the Emmys, and there's a reason why they swept and won a lot. It's a great show. You need to watch. That's all I got. But I don't know if you're number one, right?
Yes, you're wrong, Anthony.
It's not The Bear.
My number one is the Bear season 2.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, to echo what you said, it's great character. What's his name? I forget the actor's name. The guy who plays Carmi. I think he's just destined to be in Broken Homes. Like that's his creme de la. That's his bread and butter.
Every lady on the planet, after watching Calvin Klein's commercial, know him as
Oh, they know him
Jeremy Allen White, Brian.
because
That
their jaw dropped. That's why.
correct.
You see what I did there?
I see what you did there. There's a reason
You
why
see,
his yeah.
you see that that's actually his initials.
I understand the joke, Brian.
Yeah, that everyone does though.
Then that's them to not understand.
Sometimes you gotta walk them to it. I had to take my hands out of my sleeves to do this.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bar, some light throwaway bar. Um, great show. I mean, all the characters have their own kind of journeys, and I mean, it starts with them being workers of X Place, but they're all doing their own shit, especially in this season. The goal was to get this working, but they all got sent to do their own shit, and in there's character development. Some were more drastic than others, like Richie, Puff fucking grew up.
Yeah, it was great to watch.
The lady in that episode preferred this role. Everything she was in, I'm like, yo, someone doesn't headbutt her. She plays that character to the T. Of headbutt this lady, and then we all clap.
Uh-huh.
In this, in his episode, compelling storytelling, and I liked her.
Yeah, she was really great.
Shout out to Lionel. That's the guy who does the. I don't know his character's name, but he's the one that does the desserts.
Oh, okay.
To go from fucking Loiter Squad or being part of Tyler the Creator's like friends and bullshit to seeing him do something like this is nice.
More dramatic role, and I mean, it's not too heavy-handed for his dramatic pieces, but I when season 3 happens, I'm sure they're gonna push him to flex a little more.
Yeah, I mean, so far, good portfolio performances. I would say. Claire, the actress who played her, great job. Immediately, like a sweetheart, lovable character.
And the cinematography, anytime Claire's involved, fuck you. Whoever's the director, the DP of every time they make her look like Dream Girl Central, dude.
I fucking love her.
They hold shots of her staring intently into what's his name's eye. Like it's like you can feel the chemistry between them.
Like that's what's crazy is that you forget they're acting. Everyone does such a good job. You think they work there, or at the very least, you think that they're just that close. And let's do a show. But everyone there, everything feels fucking genuine. Carmi, I mean, the main character. The last episode, like you said, was such. I've never been seething angry at a show, and not because they fucked up. I've been, I mean, as a JoJo fan who has the curse of everyone dying the exact same way, I there's some downs, but there's never been to the point of this anger. And he's such a him being like a creative, uh, obsessed with what he's doing. I guess as like I guess for him, it's a way out. Or like that's all he knows how to do is obsess over this.
Yeah.
His monologue, him foreshadowing with waiting for the shoe to drop when that essentially time and time again you see that's like his MO. Like he's used to just being in the pressure cooker or pressure burst pipes, and he's just waiting for the burst at all times. To see that kind of character and be fumingly angry at him, but then understand it completely, and even then, like I can see aspects of that within myself. It's just beautiful writing, and I cannot wait for the fucking next season.
The next season, yep, I'm with you there. Now that we're done gushing about the bear, Randall, what's your number 1? Hello? Oh, okay.
None other than the great and wonderful
Gatsby
and powerful
Jack
Reacher.
Oh, nice. I started watching that. Talk about
it. I love that show, man. That's definitely my type of show.
So far what we've been watching has been pretty fun. He's got that same they did a good job transferring like what Tom Cruise did in the movie and him. Like he still has that same type of confidence / delivery when he's talking to people, but now he's fucking a monster of a human being.
Yeah.
Because Tom Cruise, I mean, he's intimidating, but he's not this guy intimidating. Like this guy, if you see him walk in, you're like, I think it's time for me to pay the check and get the fuck out before something happens, right? Like,
yeah,
you guy's massive. But go ahead, man. If you have anything else to speak on it that you like,
man, kind of like how you kept saying, go watch The Bear. I recommend people go watch Jack Reacher.
It's on Amazon Prime. We didn't add that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. It's a good watch. If you're one of those people from the 80s and 90s where there's like movies for guys that like movies, this is your type of junk, man. Like
this is Spike TV shit right here, dude.
Yeah, like if you're a dude with hair on your chest and you drink beer, even though I don't drink beer, this is the TV show for you, man. Like it's
a man show.
It's a
Okay.
man show.
Okay.
Even though they have really good, powerful female characters that are really cool too, um, you will thoroughly enjoy it.
Okay.
It just like it goes back to the simple formula that what makes a show good and interesting. Like it's not too complex. It's not like a nail bite. Well, I mean, there's some nail biters, but it's not super complex. It's not like convoluted with all this extra stuff. It's just a very simple formula, very simple format. Bad guys, military, guns. I mean, there is some detective work which adds to it, which is really cool because it's not just going around punching people in the face, but they show some intelligence with the characters. The dude that played T 1000, yeah. Um, he's in it. He's like one of the main bad guys. So
For the
that was
second
that was
season or for the first season? Because I just started the first season, so I don't. Is he gonna be the bad guy for this first one or the second season?
second.
Okay.
Second. Um, yeah,
Okay.
man. Like I don't know what else to say. It's just
I mean, you got me
it's just
excited because I watched the first like 1 or 2 episodes and I'm like, I'm digging this so far. If you're just saying it gets better, then I'm
yeah.
excited to keep going.
'Cause you're on the one where he's trying to solve the case with his brother, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he happens to drive into the town where his brother is, and then
yeah.
drama happens, and then he gets locked up, and then yeah.
And
And then
the thing about it that I like about him is that he's not just some big brute who just throws around his weight. Like he has intelligence. Like he's smart,
it's
and he seems to
tactician.
always be like a few steps ahead of people, like on a mental level.
I mean, he's an expert tactician,
Yeah,
tactician.
tactician.
Yeah, that's the word. Thank you.
So
All right, that's a pretty.
yeah, I definitely recommend that. I'm sad that the season 2 is over already.
Did they
I'm
drop?
hoping that they
Oh,
continue it.
I mean, why not? I mean, they've been marketing it a lot, and people have been watching it. I mean, their top shows are what Boys, Gen V now, The Reacher. They had Maisel was at the time, but not anymore since it ended. Yeah, I think they. I don't know what else Prime has. Oh, the Lord of the Rings show. I think that's gonna be ongoing. Prime has some good stuff too. Wheel of Time, I think is another one they have or some shit. It's like based off a book. I don't know. Some solid lists, peeps.